friends. Today I'm going to take you through a little bit of a more mellow, beginner-friendly yoga flow. This is going to be very focused on the basics, being able to connect with our breath. Anything that I offer to you is simply that, just an offering. This is your practice, so do what feels good and what feels right in your body. I'm just here as a guide. So we will start out with just a little bit of breath work and meditation. I like to begin my meditation with one hand on my heart, one hand on my stomach. You can leave your hands resting on your legs or in your lap, whatever feels comfortable for you. If I do have my hands rested on my legs, I like to flip my hands upward if I feel that I'm in a mode to receive good energy, receive from the universe, or I'll flip my hands over if I feel the need for some more grounded energy. So do with that what you will. I'm going to place my hand over my heart, my hand on my stomach to begin. And we'll start with a big inhale. And a pause. And a long exhale. And a pause. We'll inhale. Exhale. Repeat this a handful of times. On your inhale, really focusing on feeling your breath fill up your lungs all the way down into your stomach before you pause. You might come back to a normal breathing pattern. And in these next few moments, maybe you set an intention, or maybe you just focus on feeling present and grounded in your body, focusing just on your breath, allowing other thoughts to come and go, recognizing them, bookmarking them for later. And just coming back to your breath and your body. Start to release your hands if they're on your heart or your belly down to your legs. And we'll begin some neck rolls, circling to the left. Slowly and focusing on feeling all angles. Are you holding your breath here? Or are you still present? Reverse to the other direction. Now we'll plant our left hand down to our side. Bring our right arm up towards the sky right elbow. You really want to feel this stretch in your right side body. And come back up to center, placing your right hand planted on the ground. Left hand comes up towards the sky and reaches to the right. Gaze is upward. Maybe your eyes are still closed. Notice if you feel the stretch in your left side body or if you're feeling it somewhere else. Maybe you need to realign. Lift and stretch. We'll come back to center and start to pivot into tabletop position. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take a moment here and pause to just find your breath and align your body. We're going to begin some cat-cows. So we will start by dropping our belly towards the ground. Feel like you're pushing the ground away from your chest and lift your gaze upward. This is your cow pose. And then begin to push away from the ground, arching your back. Gaze towards your belly button. This is your cat pose. Now we'll run through this little flow for a few more breaths at your own pace. Inhale on your cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. This is also a good place to find any other movement that your body calls for. I like to do some kind of barrel rolls through my spine. Press back a little bit to feel that backside stretch as I sit back in my hips. But do whatever feels good, no matter how weird it might look or might feel. We're just waking up our body, listening to what it needs. And then we'll meet back in neutral tabletop. Now we'll take our knees to the wide edges of our mat. Big toes can touch or stay slightly separated. And we're going to press our hips all the way back into child's pose with our hands reaching out in front of us. If this pose feels like too much for your hips, you could take a block and place it underneath your rear for a little extra support. And you'll press your forehead down to your mat. And find your breath. We'll begin to rise back up to our neutral tabletop position. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, knees back underneath your hips. And we'll lift our right arm up to the sky, gaze following. And we're going to thread our right arm underneath our left and bring your right shoulder down to the mat. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can either walk your left hand out towards the top of your mat or bring it around your back to connect with your right hip for a little bit of a bind. Come out of this position, bring your left hand back down planted on your mat, and rise back up, bringing your right arm to the sky. Place your right hand down so we can repeat on the other side. Left hand reaches towards the sky, and we'll thread underneath your right arm. You can either keep your right hand there, walk your right arm out to the top of your mat, or bring it around your back to connect with your left hip for a bind. We'll find our breath here. Reaching back towards the sky, and plant it back down for tabletop. Our way through some basic positions, and we'll start with some more grounded forms of these positions and slowly work our way up off the mat. So right now we are in tabletop. Take our right foot to the back of our mat, taking your toes down to the mat. Plant your right hand and lift your left hand towards the sky for a sort of lunge twist variation. And bring your left hand back down. Lift your right leg. And we'll exhale. Bring it through your arms. Plant your right foot between your hands. We should now be in a kneeling lunge position with your right foot forward, left foot back. You can tuck your toes if that feels more stable for you. And we'll inhale, begin to rise up, bringing your arms towards the sky. This is a kneeling crescent lunge. And we'll float our arms backwards for airplane arms, leaning the top of your body forward. Bring your hands back up to the sky. We're gonna begin to open up towards the wall, so to our left side. Pivot your left foot to be behind you. Right toes still facing the top of the mat. Right arm reaching towards the top of your mat. Left arm reaching towards the back of your mat. This is an assisted Warrior 2 variation. The goal here is that your hips are open, arms are aligned with each other. Imagine a line going all the way from your right middle finger through your chest, all the way out your left middle finger. And we'll reach forward a little bit before we reverse our warrior. The left hand comes down to the mat or a block. The right arm reaches towards the sky. Back up and cartwheel our arms down to frame our right foot. You can bring your left knee back in line. And we will take our right foot, lift, and take it to the back of the mat. Take our right knee down to the mat. Take both our knees wide and press back into a child's pose. And we'll find a few breaths here before we repeat on the other side. Rise back up to your tabletop position. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath your hips. And we'll bring our left foot stretched out long to the back of our mat. Plant your left hand and bring our right hand up to the sky. Twisted lunge variation. Before planting our right hand, lift your left leg and bring your knee through your shoulders and plant your left foot between your hands. Now we're in this kneeling lunge position again. Plant our right hand, the left hand reaches to the sky for a twist. Bring your left hand back down, plant it around your foot. And we will open up to that Warrior 2 variation. So your right foot will swing around to the left. Left toes stay pointed towards the top of your mat. Left arm comes out long towards the top of your mat. Right arm long towards the back of your mat. And we're back in our Warrior 2 variation. Reach forward, flipping your left palm up, and reverse our warrior. Right hand comes down to the mat or a block. The left hand reaches towards the sky. Notice your breath. Are you still connected, or did you lose sight of it? Rise back up. And we'll cartwheel our hands down to frame our left foot. Bring your right foot your right foot back in line with your knee. Press your left foot long to the back of your mat before bringing your knee down to meet in a neutral tabletop. And spread your knees wide to the sides of your mat and press back for a child's pose. And find your breath here for a few moments. While I'm sitting here, I realized what I forgot on that side, which was our crescent arms and airplane arms. But that's okay. We got it this time. Okay, and now we will rise back up to our neutral tabletop position. Bringing your knees back in, hands under your shoulders. And this is where we will press back into our first downward facing dog. So we will tuck our toes and press our hips up towards the sky. And the goal here is not just to have your heels touch the ground, more so to feel that your ribs and your chest are pressing towards your thighs. Hips are lifted high towards the sky. Maybe your heels come down towards the ground. Maybe you stay up on the balls of your feet. Whatever feels right for your body. Maybe you begin to walk it out a little bit, pressing one heel down at a time, taking a bend in the opposite knee. Come back to our neutral downward dog. And we will lift our right leg high to the sky, trying to keep our hips square. And begin to bend your leg and bring your right knee in like it's gonna touch your nose. And plant your plant your right foot in between your hands. And we will rise up, hands go towards the sky, biceps by your ears. This is our crescent lunge. And here we want to focus on keeping our hips square, right toes facing towards the top of your mat, keeping a really strong left leg that's engaged up on the balls of your feet. And we'll exhale for those airplane arms, reaching our chest forward. And plant the left hand down next to your right foot. Bring your right hand towards the sky for a lunge twist. Come back to your breath. If you're feeling this in your legs, that's a good thing. That means you're staying engaged. And plant your right hand back down to frame your foot. Did here. And come into our warrior 2 position. So maybe you take a little step forward with your back left foot and ankle your left toes to the left side of your mat. And slowly cartwheel your hands up and press back down into your warrior 2. Right toes should be facing straight forward to the top of your mat. Left foot should be parallel with the back of your mat. Straight engaged back leg and potentially a 90-degree angle in your right leg. But if you are sitting a little higher up, that's totally okay. Same warrior two arms. The line going through your arm, through your chest, and out your back arm. We'll reach forward, right palm flips to the sky. And we'll reverse our warrior. This time, since we're lifted, maybe your left hand comes to your left thigh. Or you could wrap it behind your back for a little half bind. And we're looking to get a side stretch right here. So again, that lift and stretch over, gaze towards the sky. We'll rise back up. Cartwheel our hands down to frame our right foot. Coming back into this lunge position. Our right foot is going to lift and press back to the sky for a three-legged dog, which is where we started. And bring your right foot down to meet your left. You can take a moment to press back into child's pose, or just come back to your breath in this downward dog. Think about knitting your core in towards your spine. Pressing your chest towards your thighs. Chose to take child's pose, press back up into a downward dog, and we will begin on the other side. We'll inhale as we lift up our left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee to nose and plant your left foot between your hands. Bring your hands towards the sky for a crescent lunge. Square hips, strong back leg. And exhale, airplane, arms go to the back. And plant your right hand down next to your left foot. And twist your upper body. Left hand coming towards the sky for a twist. And plant your left hand down. And we'll begin to rise up into that warrior two. So pivot so that your right toes face out to the side of your mat. The left toes stay pointing forward to the top of your mat. And reverse cartwheel your arms up and press back into your warrior two. Bent, right leg is strong, hips are open. And reach your left arm forward, flip your palm, and reverse that warrior. And cartwheel our hands down to frame our left foot. Left foot presses up and back into a three-legged dog. And bring
down to meet your right, or press back into a child's pose. We'll take this flow, breath to movement, one time before we move into our cool down. So I'm going to do my best to announce our inhales and exhales as we move through this same form. If you're in child's pose, come back up to your downward dog. And lift your right leg high on your inhale. Exhale, plant your right foot through your hands. Inhale, rise up for crescent. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, plant your left hand and come to a twist with your right hand high. Plant your right hand. Inhale, rise up and pivot to your warrior two. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach forward, and exhale, reverse. Inhale, cartwheel your hands down. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, lift your right leg high for a three-leg dog. And bring your right foot back down to meet your left. Find your breath here. And repeat on the other side. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, knee to nose, plant your foot. Inhale, left arm comes high for a twist. Exhale, plant your hand. Inhale, rise up to warrior two. I forgot the airplane arms again. I think we're even on sides now. Exhale, settle into your warrior two. Inhale, flip your palm. Exhale, reverse. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot. Left foot comes back to the sky for a three-legged dog. Plant your left foot down. And take your knees out to the side and press back to child's pose. Come back to your breath here. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. And come to a seated position, however is comfortable. We'll begin by taking our right hand over to our left knee. Plant your left hand towards the back of your mat, right behind you, for a gentle twist. Gaze should be over your left shoulder. And come back to neutral. Repeat on the other side.
Plant your right hand behind you. Your left hand comes to your knee, your right knee. Gaze over your right shoulder. Come back to neutral. And take your legs out long. We'll take a gentle forward stretch. So again, lifting up and over, working to keep your spine as straight as possible. Maybe you grab onto your ankles. Maybe your hands come behind your feet. If you're looking for more of a stretch, you can put your blocks at the ends of your feet and grab onto those. Work on keeping your hamstrings straight, lifting and bending. Rise back up. Roll vertebrae by vertebrae down to your mat. And bring your right leg up to a 90-degree angle and pull it over to your left side, keeping your left leg straight towards the top of your mat. You can either tee your arms out to the side or at a 90-degree angle. And if it feels okay, twist your gaze to the right. Right leg stretches to meet your left. Left leg comes up to a 90-degree angle and presses over towards the right. Oh, you might feel a back crack. And tee your arms and gaze goes to the left. Stretching your left leg down to meet your right. We'll come to our final resting pose, Shavasana. This is your moment to find whatever feels comfortable for your body. Maybe your hands are out to your sides, palms up. Maybe you have that one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Maybe your knees come to touch and your feet go out wide. If you have any pain in your lower back, this is a helpful pose. Whatever feels good, and get all your last little movements out of your body. Release the muscles in your face. Drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Take one final inhale and exhale. And find stillness. And I will call you out when time is up.
And we'll begin to come back to ourselves, taking tiny movements in your toes, in your fingers. Maybe move your head side to side. And we will gently press up, maybe rolling to one side. Slowly, there's no rush, and come back to whatever seated pose feels good for you, or maybe you stay laying down. Take one final inhale together, arms rise up. Exhale, hands come to heart. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and allowing me to guide you through. Please let me know down below any feedback you have, or if there's anything specific you want to see. I'm really excited to start growing this channel, and I'm so grateful that you're here joining me on this journey. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, friends.